And I rolled a 1, so I can go down 1. Still must be struggling
Yeah.
with something in this the last job. Maybe all the lies. I don't know.
Oh, the
uh,
lies.
the lying, and then I'm going to. Oh, I have insight that I was at the top of my thing, so I need to put either. What would you guys recommend? If I should I make hunt? I have it at 3. Should I make it a 4, or should I give myself 1 in study, or 2 in survey or tinker?
Double check real quick. There is something about you can only get to. I don't remember how high you can go. There is a limit depending on tier.
Oh, okay.
And I don't remember offhand what that. Um,
And I'm assuming it has to go in the inside box. Like I can't just drop it down to, resolve or prowess.
correct.
So while I'm trying to figure that out, my second, should I indulge my advice again?
How much stress do you have?
I have 5.
Yeah, you only have a 1 in 6 chance of overindulging.
Yeah. Well, I'm down to 2.
Alrighty. I should just probably the different. 48. Okay. Maybe that's a tier thing. There is something. Fuck, it was. I saw it the other day.
Oh, there it is. The downtime is divided into 4 parts, and this is not that, but it's
Okay.
payoff, heat, entanglements, downtime activities. So we didn't do entanglements.
Oh yeah, that's something here I'll do in a moment. Tell you what. Assignment of 54.
I was gonna say I could just put it in the study,
Okay.
but I don't know.
Yeah, the start of game, no action rating may have more than 2 dots. Besides from your unless special ability tells you otherwise. Yeah, there's something that lets you go, but I would have to find it. And I'm not having a lot of luck.
Well, study gives you 1 more die as a resistance roll, or tinker would let you pick locks or set mechanisms.
I already have 1 in survey and 1 in tinker. That's study was the only one I didn't have any die in, so I just put it in there.
Okay.
And then I have 1 left over because I went over 1, so I have 1 insight left, and then I'm done. So whoever's next.
I'm going to indulge my vice. So I'm going to go up to the Taikarosi rooftop market vendor, Jack in Silk Shore. I don't even know what that. There it is. What did I get? I got a 5. Ooh, I am down to 0 because I only had 5 vice.
Nice.
Heavy sigh. And I was worried there. Oh, wait, no, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm down to 2 vice stress. Because apparently I counted it on the front sheet, but didn't count it on that. And then I am going to what are our crew things? We have prowess. I can double for prowess or I'm gonna train prowess. It might help me to get an action dot in finesse or prowl. Being sneaky might help at some point.
Occasionally, we want to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
That both of yours?
That's mine. Yep.
All right.
Oh.
Did we do experience, or are we just doing downtime right now?
I go downtime, and then we'll hit experience.
Okay.
Real quick. Is there anything I can do with this ritual stuff other than hoard it
Not
that
right,
I stole from them?
Not right now. It'll take some time to kind of.
All right.
Oh, I was thinking more of selling it, but okay.
First, I'm going to indulge my vice. For 5. Not bad. And then I think I will just train prowess, I guess.
Okay.
Make it simple. Forgot I'd already finished my long-term project.
And if if we want to go ahead and do.
All right.
Doggy, did you change your stress on the front board?
I did not.
It says 3. I don't know what your stress are.
My stress is 2 right now. I didn't change it. I didn't move it up because I can't get that thing to work for me.
You right click it and choose a side.
Okay. Hold on.
Address the challenge with mechanical skill or mayhem. I rigged a door to explode.
Yeah.
Okay. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think I can really claim that. And you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma. Nah, I can't really. I don't really see anything there either. So I guess just 1 for me.
Here's a question. Did we get any rep for the successful job?
What is the rep for the jobs, real quick?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty
Yeah, you'll get +2 rep. Actually, yeah, +2 rep.
Does that mean we advanced our rep? Then I'm gonna add that XP. Oh, look at me, rulebook lawyer. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Now, did we roll any desperate actions?
Yeah, we counted those as we were doing them.
Right. But
Oh,
for
yeah.
individuals.
And if you didn't, then there's nothing to be done anymore.
No, I know. But I did that on my individual up there. That's why I filled up my
Right.
level. Okay. Did we address a challenge with tracking or violence?
Yeah, we don't get one of the lower XPs for rolling desperate. That's purely in the upper area.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you say we addressed a challenge with tracking or violence?
It's you.
I did.
No,
Did
not
I? Not really. I mean, I did try to find out where it was. Hold on. Let me look at something real quick. No, that was a prowl.
Yeah, I don't think it wasn't really tracking. We weren't tracking some.
No,
Or surveying the area.
nope. And then express beliefs, drives, heritage, or backgrounds. Well, I believe that I wanted to make money and that this job was going to bring us some money. And
That can't be a.
I know I don't have anything. I can't think of other than the fact that I talked to some laborers.
Well, the other thing was it was also, I mean, dealing with the fact that you had bring in the new family member and such and all the background stuff. Hey, you guys did role plays.
Yeah.
Role play the family.
Okay. So I'll take one for that. And then I did not struggle with issues from vice or trauma. So I got one, but that fills my playbook. So then that means I get to pick one of those special abilities, right? Okay. All right.
Addressed a challenge with knowledge or arcane power. I think I did both on different times. The first time was the studying to try and get information, and the second time was, of course, the spirits was the arcane power. Yes? No? Cool. Express my beliefs, drives, heritage, background. I was the laborer who came in. I'll take the one because we role played about that. And then struggled with the issues from vice or traumas. Nope. Not at all. So I'm there at 3, my friends. But I am ready to get traumatized. Trust me. Can I just go ahead and pick a trauma? Can I start with a trauma?
You gotta earn trauma.
But I just want to be traumatized.
It gave everybody trauma.
Can I lip off to Primo when he comes out of prison and get traumatized?
How'd your new character die? Old character killed him.
It's feasible.
I'm torn. Which one? I don't know what to pick. I'm thinking either.
When in doubt, take the next one down that you don't have.
I mean, if nothing
You
fits your
think
character, you could just skip this advancement and wait till next time.
Well, that's the one that makes the most sense to me right now.
Then
That
do it.
or vengeful. All right, I'll take scout.
What's Scout do?
I put it in the thing.
When he
you
gathers information to locate a target, he gets +1 effect. If he hides in a prepared position or uses camouflage, he gets +1D to rolls to avoid detection.
I heard you have the X.
He's got +1D. That's 2D.
Wait a minute.
This D is extra, ladies.
Sometimes he takes up to 3, maybe 5D at a time.
No, I would give. I'm a giver.
No, it says
You
you
say
get.
that, but
It says right there you get +1D. So that's not a giving thing. That's a getting. That's a receiver. Right
Yeah,
there.
be-
That's
All right.
be okay with who you are. That's the important.
just
Totally.
saying.
Totally fine with it.
He's taking all that D. He's giving something to somebody. I mean, even if it's just chlamydia.
Just spread joy and be happy.
All right. So
Wow.
who's next?
That was it. Except for entanglements.
Yeah, I roll.
Oh, great.
I'm just gonna smile.
Rolls in secret always work well for us.
Don't make friends, though.
And that laugh, so innocent and puerile.
Players
signed
don't
up
know, but the audience is they just. Oh wait, which microphone is on?
Turns out you are getting some trouble.
Yay. Well then.
It's your ex-wife.
Oh, I'd like to introduce you to my half brother, Primo.
Primo leads a revolt and everyone gets out of prison.
Oh no, my. Anyway.
So
if Hawthorne has an ex-wife, he's introducing her to Primo. Quick.
pull up one of the things quick. Like right before this happened, we had some students actually turn in stuff that they had not turned in yet, which was like, that's nice. But then it's like, can you grade this right now?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I have a little phrase that I like to throw out in moments like that with my students.
Mhm.
I'm going to put just as much emphasis and effort into getting it graded as you did getting it into me on time.
Yeah. Luckily though, like
They-
the ones that was sent in were both in ones of my co-teacher. That she grades in that class because we split up the classes.
Yeah.
So I've had like several of the things there that got sent. Not it hasn't. The other one that turned in. Yeah, it's
Yes, it is. So what are we looking at here? What is this?
Oh, I just wanted to have a thing like, what does a leaky bucket look?
Oh, okay.
And I was looking
Cool.
through and trying to find some stuff, and like I got the map pack. The guy that did the maps in the book, Ryan. I want to say Dempsey, but that's an actor, I think.
That's Patrick Dempsey.
Oh, maybe that's his brother. But yeah, there's a Ryan something who had done a bunch of art for Blades in the Dark, and he has a Patreon, and month he releases map pack. Ryan Dunleavy, he releases map packs of stuff, and some of them are very cool. He's got like this map of this. Here's where all this stuff is put. But then I went through. I got on that. None of the ones he had sort of fit there, and I looked through some other stuff, and I wanted something to get like this is what the someone wants to make something that looks better, more than free to. I just kind of wanted to have a picture.
Cool.
Leaky bucket, and there is like an upstairs with some.
That is our table
Yeah,
there in the corner.
You get something way off in the corner. With maybe Grudge and Broke Tooth, maybe like kind of keep.
Or there, yeah, somewhere around, yeah.
You want someone.
That's how I.
And Clinks is almost always positioned here at the bar so that he can come do the running, go, get what he needs from us, and then head out.
Oh, and remind me, Clinks is.
He's the messenger. There's Clinks, he's the messenger, and then there's and then there's these are our elite what are they called?
Yeah, on that Blades of Dark information, I went through and I split it up the other day because what I wanted is easy way to find like enemies, NPC, business NPC, and also personal NPC. So I put them. Got like Edward, which is the more respectable rover.
Right, he's the he's.
And then so Martin Gull actually kind of brings over and drops a few. And this goes. Trains are quiet the last couple of nights. Went on a job. I haven't heard death count go up at all.
That's how we like it.
Oh, it's not.
I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I'm new.
Martin's the owner of the business that we beat those people outside of, right?
No, Martin's.
Sorry.
The proprietor of the Leaky Bucket, right?
Yeah, Drem is the one that has the good shot. If Martin is one here.
Our host.
Everything went as planned.
That's a first.
Yeah.
I had dead.
You get lucky every once in a while.
Quiet times and a lot of money. By the way, that'll be, and then he.
Yeah, and I'm imagining that they look at the new kid and make him pay because he just got paid. Just because that's,
Hawthorne?
You
Pay
gotta
the-
haze. You gotta haze the new kid.
Pay the man Hawthorne.
All right, all right, all right. And he counts it out, and he tips him because he's a laborer too. He knows. Probably he probably tips him better than Primo ever did.
What happened to my stash? I had money in my stash and now it's gone.
As I recall, y'all spent a bunch. There was money that went when you actually went up a tier. You have to pay.
Yeah,
And you also gave one to your mercenary, one or two. I think you gave 2 to mercenary pal.
but I took that out of my normal coin. I don't recall moving anything out of my stash. But
Yeah.
maybe I did. I don't
You think you maybe
know.
accidentally wrong one? Yeah, if
I
you
might
take something
have.
out of the stash, it's like a 2-for-1. You end up
Right.
having to like take out 2-1, which means
Right. That's why I was surprised. I had 2 in there and I haven't touched them.
Oh, I took some out of your stash to send Primo a care package. I'm sorry.
No. You send Primo your own care packages.
pretty
I
much
don't have anything.
he prefers money that's from you.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, I didn't. I have money in my stash, and I didn't think I had put anything in my stash yet.
Oops.
Is
I'm
it
wondering if
possible
somebody put stuff took stuff out of the wrong place.
Did you put stuff in my stash, maybe? Or well, we
Maybe.
can't open other sheets though.
I'm gonna go check Primo's stash. Somebody's here messing with stashes.
Nope.
His is fine.
I don't know if maybe I just accidentally
Like,
deleted it or
this is fine. He has 12 in his.
Yeah.
No, he has 4. He's been putting it in and not taking shit out.
And as I
That's
recall,
what
you
I
also
thought.
have got vaults. So got like that second thing of cash.
We just
Or
haven't put anything in it yet.
yeah. Oh yeah, there's nothing in the crew vault right now. Yeah, actually, so with that 6 that you
Yeah. How we doing?
It was 6 because we didn't do battle. I mean, we could opt to put half of it in the crew.
Yeah, let's do 1 each, 3 for the crew.
All right, I'm taking mine out. Is everybody putting 1 in the crew?
Yeah.
All right.
And in the like here, right? Like there.
I already put it in. I put 3 in.
Oh, okay.
There were 0 in. If we all put 1 in, now we're at 3.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, I'm
I recall,
tapped, lads.
You did not take.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, Ben Brotooth's definitely just. Anybody up?
Nah.
I mean, I'm thinking we still pay them. I mean, it may not be a coin's worth, but we still pay them out of like what the crew does. I think.
They pretty much. I mean, they're sort of salary.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's because the one before that, yeah, you didn't take them either. Without
They were
Primo
healing.
here, we haven't been hitting as.
Is that a good or a bad thing, Drudge?
But it hidden.
Getting antsy?
I mean, no, I can always find people from fighting the other. And like, there's not a bruise on him.
Nice.
That's our boy.
Extra coin, put down a few.
Let me buy you a drink to celebrate.
I'll always take it.
Well, you're going to have to pay for your drink. You're buying them yourself because I'm tapped.
I just said I was going to buy him a drink.
Well, last time you bought a drink, I paid for it. And the time before that, I paid for it. And the time you bought a round for the fucking bar, you made me pay for it. So, dear half sister, please, I'm begging you. I've got no money.
You said you wanted to be part of the family.
I didn't. Well, if you're going to have me be the banker, then hand me the bank.
Right. Boys, I
Or at
think
least let's do another job and get some more in it. Not that
Think
I'm
we-
ungrateful.
we need to scoop up some of this Foghound. I said it right this time. Foghound territory before someone else does.
Who are the foghounds?
Oh,
Nope.
gee. We'll explain.
The one
Tell him
problem with
stuff.
trying to grab Foghound territory, here, it's kind of far enough away from your, and your crew has grown, like a few more people are in, but the Foghounds were way down on the southern end, not technically. They were
Let's
way
move
down
into
there.
Then let's take the bone part of Rag and Bone. Maybe even the hyphen.
Can I have been, because I'm very polite doesn't mean I'm not also extremely ambitious, and just because I pretended to come here without an agenda doesn't mean I came here without an agenda. Can I have already talked to somebody about maybe setting up a meeting with a fence to prove our worth and get some work? What would that person's name be who we might be able to meet with?
Bring up the hand. For some reason, I thought I'd put a Galina Celos.
I don't have the, what was it?
Galina Celos.
I got my deck of names.
Hey, Paul.
So I got my little card deck of names. So just here, pick one of those.
He's got one. Galina Celos. And where is Galina at?
I will.
Or what if we're gonna set her up with a place?
Fences are often better if you've got one that's got a little bit of
Distance and breathing room.
well, that also is established, because becoming a fence requires more than just, especially at lower level. Like if a higher level one wanted to like pull in someone, that would be much more possible. Just because
if somebody like drove her out of her last place, then maybe us helping her set up could give us a better relationship with her than everyone else. Make us her top choice.
okay, she's up on Watery Lane in the Rag and Bone.
I was
One of these.
listening around we'll just say I was hovering in some doorways and listening about, and up at the Rag and Bone there's this Galina Celos who is has a fair reputation as a fence, and I was thinking that perhaps we could maybe see if they needed any work done so that we could, I don't know, avail ourselves of their services if we did, work that had things that could be sold.
Are we looking for a money making job, or are we looking to start scooping up some territory on our?
Well, in a meta sense, we would to acquire the street fence, and it's not we acquire them, but it's basically we set up a reputation. We'd probably have to do a job for them, and that would probably entail us getting paid, but also enable us to take that.
I can't open the crew sheet. Why can't I open the crew sheet? Is it open already?
Yeah, all players can control it.
Yeah, I've got it open, and Dave's got it open.
I've got
Got it open as well.
I can open factions. I can't open the crew sheet.
Tried to unexercise your computer.
What it?
Here, I closed the crew sheet. Now see if you can open it.
No.
Try resetting or refreshing your.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to do that. Because what I was going to look at is, are we at the fence yet, or do we still have to get the territory next to the fence?
No, they're directly below layer.
Okay.
And the street fence, having access to a street fence just adds 2 coin for lower tier or for lower class jobs.
Then,
So if we do a lower class job that is battle or extortion, then we get an additional 4 coin because we've already got terrorized citizens. So now if we have the street fence, it'll be an extra 4 coin.
Yeah. And that'll help us with other stuff too. I thought we had to get something else before we could do that. All right, cool. Then yeah, let's get this fence.
All right, let's go pay her a visit.
Yeah, she's probably late 30s. Kind of come in. She's got hair that's like dark curly hair that's starting to turn a little salt and peppery. And has kind of a side look to it. As she kind of come in, the up, and she's got like a book in front of her that she's kind of looks up, takes the paper out of things, look behind her, goes ministry.
In a very boyish way, with a sheepish grin, Hawthorne takes off his cap. He's got one of those, young people caps. He just takes it off, and he's being uber respectful. And he's standing behind the other two because he's he's second class right now.
Good morning. We're interested in doing some tasks for you. Anything we can help with? I mean, we want to be friendly and neighborly,
Back a little bit and like onto a. Aaron just looks. Do some time.
And Michael, I'm going to say that like her younger brother was one of my like fellow students at the academy. Just in case that.
Eventually, we're going to want to do the the selling and the buying and the whatnot.
Didn't we walk away with some mystical shit from the firehouse?
Oh, we might have. Some of us might have. Well, there might be some of it around.
That must be a good excuse. I think for the most part, what she's about to bring up is the ministry tends to deal in like broken bodies, less so stolen stuff.
So, I'm sorry, Miss Galena. I'm not used to this. I'm new, you see, and but no, we have several artifacts of a mystic origin. I bypassed all of the crap. There was quite a bit of crap, but I do have these books and a scroll or two and a trinket or so that might have come into our safeguarding in exchange to perhaps some coin. And he puts up pulls out this well-wrapped parcel in oilcloth and undoes it. He's being very careful and undoes it. And you probably don't want to touch that scroll with your bare skin, by the way.
Sort of smiles, and she's kind of like, I think she's kind of looking through. Like most people, this kind of stuff isn't my exact area of knowledge, but I have a guy. Trust me if I go ahead and keep this for a few days, talk to him, and then let you know what kicks it back to you?
Oh, I do absolutely, but it's not exactly my call, Miss Galena.
He sort of looks back to the doggy and sigh, and it's like, as you know, everyone vouches for me.
You mind her holding on to this?
I've got no problem with it.
How else is she going to show it to people who might want to buy it?
And she kind of takes it, and she kind of grabs like a box of stuff and puts, and then pauses it, and will slowly start.
Again, do take great care not to touch that scroll with your bare skin. You'd quite regret it, I believe.
I won't. I know someone who. So back and goes. Reps speak more about breaking legs, a lot less about stealing.
Well, occasionally when we break legs, the people wind up not needing things that they once had, and we like to redistribute that kind of stuff.
So you're looking at banding
and helping out those who need help.
Of course, always.
Well, happens. Currently, I have a small problem that actually might be right. And if
Okay.
we find this ends up creating a whole partnership, might be a little bit of there might be a little bit of counts for you.
I like that. Sounds like a good plan.
So, also, I'm going to try something a little different. Partly because I do enjoy things like the maps and stuff because it kind of just lets us see where things are, get a feel for stuff, especially like kind of city. What I'm going to try to do,
Yeah.
and I think this will work, um, is take got to be much stuff hanging out. Take those. Okay, let me do it. I'm going to end up bringing the those trackers with us, as opposed to so that we can kind of looking
Cool.
at um, you'll be able to see the thing. We can kind of a little better at. She goes, I get a lot of stuff off the dock. Imagine I'm close by. A lot of stuff comes through there. A lot of stuff comes through. Makes for good. Problem is big. Well, the eternal problem when it comes to docks, and that is, frankly, yeah, there we go. Okay, I just brought over your stuff. Now I'll put it down in
Beauty.
that corner. Because the problem is right now, I have the strikes that have been going on, and we've got strike breakers, and the strike breakers have been pretty zealous in what they're doing, which means not only are they cutting a lot of the access to the docks that my people often use about. They're locking that stuff up entirely, and they've been kind of beating a lot of some of them.
Oh, so we can be strike breakers.
Yeah, she goes, the problem is you don't necessarily want. I mean, just go and beat people up. You're going to end up with more coming. So, while we need muscle here, we also need some brains as well.
Say no more. We've got the clever brother with us for now.
What might that be?
Point to the young one.
Yeah, this doggy like me. Oh.
Me? Is it me?
Aw.
Yeah.
Am I it?
Doggy raises his head. She points at me. I'm looking away.
Established after the witty repartee last session.
Yes.
Leader of the strike breakers is a man named Scrivener Tevilton.
Scriven
Mikey, on this map, did you have to put our hideout on there manually, or did it somehow know that from are these maps connected?
No, I wish they were connected, or we did one giant screen. It would probably, but I went ahead and threw it there.
Okay.
The other ones, what I was
wasn't
just
sure.
doing is Photoshop to just kind of have a name file and just change the name so it's always that same. I can just kind of boom, record it, and then drop it on the map.
Yeah.
I just thought it would be cool if someone had already set this up for Roll20 where the maps were interconnected and.
That would be very cool. I don't know. Possible
I don't know that
would
it's
be
possible. Yeah. I've
It
been
would be-
looking at coding character sheets, and that's enough of a pain in the butt connecting.
I found I started using Fantasy Grounds for a Smallville game,
Mhm.
and because I found with Smallville with Sentinel Comics, there's a thing called Morecore on there, which without having to actually program, the actual program, you got to know.
Or JavaScript, or yeah.
Yeah, which I don't. But there's ways of very easily kind of create. I needed to make tools Smallville
Yeah.
work on there. Unfortunately, like there's also there's some parts of it I like. Some stuff Roll20 does a lot. I've actually been asking people what some of the other tables actually sort of hits that sweet spot of stuff for me. And since most of them are just built for D&D, I don't know how many of them are going to actually hit on the exact, like, oh, here's the stuff that would be good for the games I run, which are not.
Yeah, I was briefly a paid member of Roll20, and I was experimenting with that stuff, but I just wasn't running enough games to make it worth the $50 a year.
Yeah, I've got the membership here, and I've got the membership. I grabbed one on Fantasy Grounds as well. I just want to check around some stuff. Some of the stuff in Fantasy Grounds is perfect. It doesn't handle images very well.
I'd like to experiment with it again. I just don't feel like paying $100 a year while I experiment.
So, Scrivener Templeton. And this is the guy we need. He's the strike breaker we need to dissuade.
He's the one in charge.
Right.
All right, let's find out where he lives and go there, or where he works and go there. Pay him a visit.
So just to recap in a very meta sense, what we're going to get paid to do. And I turn back again, kind of blushing and say, not to be too precocious, Miss Galena, ma'am, but this favor that we're doing, does it come with any sort of recompense?
Recompense it'll come with outside of stuff that you. Is I'm gonna start. If this works out, I start kicking extra money to you when you put stuff into.
And I shoot him a look as he asked that.
Forgive me. It's just that I'm apparently the business-minded one. I'm the banker.
Just kind of takes a look, like, well, this can either be. It sounded like you're coming in looking. You can either make this a relationship, or we can make this a one. Relationship makes things better, I think, for both of us. Right now, pay is.
Oh, I think we are absolutely looking for a relationship, but you have to admit that sometimes you never get what you didn't ask for.
He smiles, and you asked.
And I accept my answer gracefully. Let's go find this Scrivener Templeton person and make him have a very, very bad day.
One of the things we'll kind of put up there also stuff you want to steal to fence.
Mm-hmm.
Be one of the things that you're able to do.
Cool.
Is that like
all right?
Set activity? What do you mean by that stuff we want to steal?
Oh, like one of the clocks will be essentially like stuff you want.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
So just again to meta it and make it as simple as possible, so that I'm 100% clear, we are to dissuade Scrivener Templeton from his strikebreaker activities.
To allow the strike to happen, right?
To allow the strike to continue, because it's good for business. However, we don't want it to get we don't want them to draw more strikebreakers in. We just want to dissuade the ones that are there. Yes?
Yeah, you basically want to do it without having them a reason to sort of bring in more muscle.
Right.
So
right. Okay.
Is our reading between the lines, is our goal really to let her people get through, or is it to actually get rid of the strike breakers? Does she care about the strike, or does she really just want her people to have access?
It sounds like the strike itself can kind of go either way. But the problem is right now is you have strikebreakers who they're fairly zealous and stopping from they're basically stopping her people from pulling stuff out. A lot of stuff gets smuggled in.
All right.
On these ones, I think the problem is if the people who are funding the strikebreakers, if suddenly all of their strikebreakers wiped out, that is often a thing where we got to pull in a whole.
Right. But I'm wondering, like, if we can just go to the strikebreakers and say, "Hey, here's a group of people working for us that are going to be coming in and out that you're going to let through your lines," and that's that. Then nobody even notices that anything's changed, except a half dozen of our people can slip through when they need to.
Possibility.
Yep. I say
Have you seen The Wire?
Yeah.
A couple of times.
Yeah. I say we lead with that, and then if that doesn't work, then we can get a little bit more pressure, apply a little more pressure. All right, so we're gonna walk on over to the docks, and
So we're just going to start in on our plan. We're gonna, no gather information. That's fine with me. It worked so well for us in the past.
We need to. I think we need to fix.
Well, I haven't had a chance to hunt yet.
I'm just saying.
Did she give us the? She gave us the name of somebody. Was that like the head strikebreaker?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the guy
he's in
that's
charge.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out some dirt on him. Like,
All right.
what are some places we can lean on to like maybe resolve this in a business fashion rather than a violent, threatening one?
What do you have? You think could work?
Possibly. It wouldn't go well, but maybe consort.
I have hunt,
That's like tracking down where he's at and stuff.
and according to that, gather information about the person's location and movements.
Study. I could study him and his routine for a day or two. Could sneak around and follow him. So maybe study your prowl. Man, I need to fucking get some results, some consort experience.
I'll let you know with those two are not going to work particularly well because one, they're fairly zealous about what they kind of going into just one, we're just following him around, and I'll kind of we can kind of do a thing where we spend a day he's got an office kind of in the rack where he often
I feel like we've used that name before. Have we been to the Rack and Pinion before?
possible.
Yeah.
So he's got essentially an office.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of with others, and he takes patrols out, and they kind of head throughout the docks. And one thing that's fairly clear from watching from a distance, these are people who really seem kind of beat shit out of the people. See them come up to a group of the dockers who are on strike, which isn't all the quays, but a few of them, like the Templeton Quay, for example, got people trying to stop there, and they just sort of wade in with truncheons and start just timing it around. They're laughing on their way. The thing is, they're not trying to kill. Those are copies of the. I can't link them across the ship. And so they're not there to kill. They're just there to kind of beat up. And they enjoy that. They don't, at least as of yet. Nothing is kind of making go far. Because the on strike are a bit afraid. Definitely run-ins.
Since I'm with the laborers, since that's one of the things that's my background.
Yeah, me too.
Is laborer. I was going to try to get some information that way about our main guy. And maybe some dirt, not necessarily dirt, but where would we have some leverage? and asking the question where they're vulnerable.
Yeah, so that'd be
Yeah. And would that be risky?
yeah. This is the standard risky.
Okay. And I'm just gonna roll it. And a 4. Minimum success.
Okay. Yeah. So you end up at the docks. Jared Childermass.
Okay.
One of the he's a guy that you've worked with before, and this was used consort.
Yeah.
And consort's basically like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you catch him afterwards at one of the bars or something? Do you catch him on the streets?
Yeah, I'm gonna see him, pretend like I just run into him at the bar.
Okay, and he's bruised up from I'm in Dougie. Down at the docks in Goodlow.
Jared, I've been a bit busy. It's kept me away, but oh, you look worse for wear. What's with your face?
Fucking
Strike breakers? Or you on? Oh, you're on strike, right?
yeah,
Right.
well,
Yeah.
he's fucked over by the companies bringing shit in. Man upstairs ends up making a ton on the Leviathan blood and organs and other stuff that gets. We get shit. Trying to get better pay. It's dangerous work. Spend a couple days and suddenly. Oh, he's missed. Talking to one of the doctors.
Okay.
Suddenly we just tried to put a little pressure on the asshole outside the fucking side of this. In here, nobody knows him. All they know is beating the fuck out of him.
That seems a bit unfair.
The
Is there
previous
anything?
ones would look. The problem is the previous ones would do us. People hired from around here. Got family. People up top got fucking smarter.
Well, what are you drinking? Well, let me buy you a drink.
Fucking.
Oh, let's have something better than that. All right. So I order whatever the next level up better. The purple stuff.
Yeah,
the
he just
purple
goes.
stuff.
Previous gig wasn't a. Previous job wasn't bad. I had a cousin who was part of the. Kind of point out who. Go uphill somehow. Ruined a good thing.
Wonder if we could go back to that.
It'd be nice.
Well, let's say that if someone hypothetically were going to try to do that, where would you start?
What do you mean?
Like, who would you need to visit?
If I fucking knew how to get rid of that asshole, I would. I don't know who the higher ups, who the boss is hired, but whoever they hired knows in this. Hiding places, told them, know the people out for.
All right. Well, I'm sorry that you're going through all this trouble, and I'll see if we and the boys can't maybe help out. We'll do our best.
And you have a lot of friends down the dock.
I already feel like I do, but you guys are like brothers. But I'll do my best. Thank you. Enjoy the drink. All right. Go back, relay that information. And see, we got to figure out. Now we got to figure out who other than what's the guy's name?
Scrivener.
With the little thing attached.
Oh,
I don't think we. I think we just need to figure out what we're gonna do, because all we're really doing is jockeying for position on our.
yeah.
Opening.
Yeah, I mean, I have a gather information I might want to try that might affect the plan I propose. But I'd like to maybe find one of this guy's lieutenants like off duty one night at a tavern, and go to him. Maybe pose as a representative of some merchant, and just say like, hey, we might want to hire you, but my guy has got some people on the inside of this guy's crew, so he wants you like, fucking up his shit, but we also want you to like let us slip some people past because they've got some stuff that belongs to us. I want to find out if this guy is corruptible or not.
So it sounds like your sway.
Okay. Well, that's good. I actually have points this way. And then could I get a devil's bargain?
Devil's bargain here means someone's going to overhear, and it's going to put at least one. It's going to put one tick on their kicking up to the people above. Now, the one thing you'll be aware of is generally strike breakers and such, the Scrivener and the rest. They're not going to want anything. That's not a clock. They're.
What do you mean? They're like they have to kick up to their employer?
So basically, not take.
Oh, and like, picking up information, but asking for backup. Okay. And that's the
Devil's bargain puts one tick on that.
Is that the
Which clock is that?
It's the top one over here, and they themselves are not going to be particularly. They don't want that to go up either. But ideally, they just do their job. All they hear is good stuff. They don't want you don't want your bosses to hear about the trouble when you're.
So it's not kicking up money. It's like their boss is finding out it's not going smoothly.
Yep, basically kick in the situation.
Yeah,
All right, I
send it
will.
up the food chain.
I will not take that bargain, and but I will spend stress on this. But yeah, find out, is he corruptible? Can we just say, hey, do your thing, but send some people.
One of the lieutenants you'd see before, pretty in his cups at one of the bars. Catch him. He's kind of drinking a moss wine. And he's kind of like just giving you a look across the bar as you come in. Paul, you there?
Yeah, a look like
Checking
like
you
I've
out.
noticed, like checking me out, or just like who the fuck is checking me out?
He's drinking. You come in.
All right, then I'll get a bottle and I'll sit down at an empty table and I'll just kind of like as I walk towards the bar, I'll like give him a little smile and a coyly look away.
He kind of turns to the bartender and goes, "Give me another one of your." It's these two glasses, and he kind of like comes over. He's not quite stumbling, but he's clearly a bit of the drunken swagger. Kind of like sinks into the chair across from you. Not the kind of woman we see here.
Oh yeah, what do you usually see around here?
Desperate, or the malnourished.
And what am I?
Ooh, seem to be a woman with the right kind of meat on.
Ah,
Galen.
I just froze because I was like, well, shit, do I give him my real name or do I give him a fake name? And I
Justine.
told
Justine
Dara.
I'm
Dar.
Mrs. Right now.
And what was his name again?
Galen.
Galen. Okay, I'm gonna add him.
I threw him into the I'm not sorry, it shouldn't be Jared. Scriveners.
Okay. Yeah, Dara. Nice to meet you, Galen.
What brought you into this shit heat?
Well, partly looking for company, so I guess I can check that off the list. But I was also, well, to tell you the truth, I'm actually here on a job.
Working girl.
Oh, sorry.
Always working. Can't even enjoy my time off when I get it because I still got to do something. So I worked for this guy, this merchant who's got a competitor that I'm trying to fuck with, and
I forgot 2:00 your time was 1:00 mine.
It's okay. It's okay. Keep going. I'm just gonna sneak out.
Okay.
Okay.
like for is this like the rest of the afternoon thing?
Yeah, because he said 1:00. I forgot Indiana.
Well, but I didn't really get. Did he say it was like an hour's worth of stuff to do, or like the rest of the afternoon?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so my boss has this competitor who's got some shit that belongs to us, and he wants me to like see if I can find a crew, maybe with all the strike stuff going on, get them mixed up with that, see if we can get them to kind of get harassed for a while so we can retrieve our crew. And so trying to like find my way to like meeting with some of these guys, these strike breakers, and see if we can maybe cut a side deal where they help us out a little bit, loan us some muscle.
Oh, shit kick.
More like shit harassers. Like I don't think he wants to get too violent if it doesn't need to.
You're in luck. We happen to get the right amount of violence with alarming regularity.
Yeah, well, the thing I'd heard though is that some of these guys take their jobs a little seriously. All this honor and duty to law and all that bullshit. And
Grinders brought us up here. Wanted to make sure that we weren't going to get too far over our boots when it came to doing our job. Because, I know a lot of these. They don't want us to kill them. They just want to make sure that the monies get kicked around. The grinders are actually people who used to work on the docks. They're like smugglers and dock workers and such. It's sort of formed a crew. So essentially, this is perhaps one of the reasons they when they brought people up and brought others in. Because what this means is there's going to be some sort of dispute between the current dock workers and the refinery workers, and those that have kind of passed on and are now making money more as a crew. Only as a crew.
So you're one of these strike breakers then?
Paid to go in there and kick some ass and make sure that nothing gets.
So if we pointed out a few people in this guy's employ that you were to let go back and forth without too much hassle, maybe just enough for presentation, but we could still get some of our possessions off of this guy's ships.
Best bet for that is that are being let go through, but that all goes above not only above my pay grade, but above I can.
And would that be something that because I'll tell you the truth, I'm kind of new to all this like cloak and dagger stuff, and is that something you really think that he'd be willing to do without maybe letting that go above his head? Because I don't know that my boss really wants too many people knowing that he's doing this. He wants to get his stuff back, but he doesn't want a lot of people knowing about it.
Paid pretty well. You went through the proper channels, fucking dock workers. Then you would have been able to. Then they would have been able to get their dock workers. Here we are, fuck away from our home. Not easy to cross the city. But
well, if you can set up this meeting for me, then maybe I can find out what I need to find out. See if I can make my boss happy and maybe even yours.
Hey, why don't you meet me here tomorrow for drinks? I'll talk to Scrivener.
I think my boss might rather stay away from the docks until he knows it's going to be not something that points back to him. Is that something we can make?
Necessarily your boss. I mean, a friend of yours is singles. Probably can meet some.
All right.
Oh, fuck balls. You're going to bring me.
Hope you look good in the dress.
I'm not wearing. What the? No.
Yeah, having started playing Final Fantasy VII a couple weeks ago, I have that scene of like the cross-dressing. Yeah.
I've already decided that Hawthorne is he's a low rent Captain Jack Harkness. He's whatever. Yeah. He might he might like what's his name? Scrivener, Galen, whoever it is they're gonna meet.
I speaking of what's his name? What's that?
Arrowman.
Arrowman. I saw a small clip of there was a interview show with him. An interviewer. The interviewer didn't say a word. Him, the interviewer, guy that plays. I believe Steve Amell.
Yeah.
And Steve Amell was telling this story about like they had just started working with Barrowman, and Barrowman was like it was episode 8. We'd only work with you for like a couple episodes. This thing happened. He goes, and then you were supposed to die, and the guy who got double like flailed, did all this shit before he fell down. He goes, and then Barrowman lost his shit. He goes, here's the thing, that guy flailed. It was the gayest thing I've ever seen, and I'm married to a man. He just came over and he goes, first of all, this character is not gay. Because I'm gay and I've never done anything that gay in my life. We have to die again.
I have 3 questions. So, real quick, Jack Harkness, he's like the con man from Doctor Who. That spun off.
He started off as a con man, but it turns out that he ended up heading Torchwood.
Okay. And then question 2, what did he work on with the guy from Arrow?
So he was on Arrow. It was Malcolm Merlyn.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wow, I was picturing him and I did not see Malcolm Merlyn, but yeah, I see that now.
From what it sounded like he wasn't supposed to last as long as he did, but everyone just liked it, so they just wanted to keep working with him. So
who was married to a man?
He is.
The Jack Harkness guy is?
Yeah. Barrowman, yeah.
I've seen his husband's penis.
And who was
there's an Instagram thing where it's all this video, and then it's like he's in the hot tub, and his husband pops in, and I was like, "Congratulations, good on you, sir."
There was a little bit of like glitching. Like, what was it that he was he said I saw that and it was gayer than anything I've seen?
Oh no, his character like was supposed to like get hit by something and then flop over and die. And the way it happened, it was just like the way the guy flopped. His thing, and it's because that's the gayest thing I've ever seen. Not how this character is gonna die. And like they knew he was coming. This scene, we're not dying like that. Because he goes, it's not a problem if he's gay, but his character's not. And even if he was gay, he's not that gay.
I never made that connection that those are the same actor, and that's to me those are the actors I end up liking is the ones that like I've seen you in 17 things and never realized you were the same person the whole time. So all right.
I haven't seen him in a ton, but what I like about him is just hearing the stuff where it just seems like the people keep bringing him back because
he's a fantastic dude.
Yeah. There's a lot to be said that for an actor who is fun to work with. Like if people are like, fuck yeah, bring him back. Like, amen.
Right.
In any case, Hawthorne may not be that particular about who he bumps uglies with.
Bumps? I didn't pick that up that he wanted a sexual encounter. I thought it was just a meeting.
He wants you to bring a friend because his boss is single.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, all right. I'll we'll say like tomorrow mid-afternoon then.
Good.
Well, maybe he'll be cute.
Yeah.
No. I've been striking with the dock workers the entire time.
do you want to head to the meet with guys, or do you want to wait to do it?
I mean, we
Uh,
could. I don't know. What do you want to do?
I know you guys usually say that like you've got like would if he finishes something up in like the evening or like tomorrow, would you want to finish up then?
Um, Tomorrow for me is not particularly good because I need to actually run into the school.
Yeah, tomorrow Tuesdays are horrific for me. I mean, I'm willing to finish right now if we want to, dig this in right now. Let's dig this in right now. And if Michael wants to run doggy, or if he wants one of us to run doggy,
I actually wouldn't mind getting some stuff ready for.
cool.
I
I'm
I, I,
cool with waiting until Thursday.
I wouldn't mind waiting until Thursday. Also partly because I have to keep that thing
Right.
in the AC.
Cool.
Before we go, would you mind in this like the folder that you've shared for us for Blades in the Dark? Is that meant just for our game, or is that your general Blades in the Dark folder?
So, we want to do a quick recap of last time? Um, that was Galena Celos. Like, what do they like to do on weekends? Like, how do they keep these? What really makes them who they are? Firefly? Um, yeah, so the Blades of Dark information thing I sent you, that I've got some stuff on there. So Jared Childermass was the he's the labor guy. Scrivener Tevilton. Galen Galen was the one that Sai met. I believe Sai is named Dara. Professional Mikey. Yeah, it'd be hilarious. Dara! Oh, hey. I thought you were Dara. Social distancing in Duskwall. Is it Dara? I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but like speaking of names, my least favorite name is Alicia, or Alicia, or Alicia, or Alyssa, because it's all spelled the same, or it's all spelled differently, and it's all pronounced 15 different ways, and I will panic every time I have to say it. Yeah. We used to have a rule in the house I lived in for a while that if this is when Melissa Milano was doing all those advertisements. If Melissa Milano was ever on the television, you shut your mouth and you paid attention until she was done. I was even thinking I hushed a new roommate's mother when they were moving her in, and it was one where we had met her through a friend, and here's her like 19-year-old daughter is moving in with like 23 and 25-year-old guys, and it was one of those things where she's like, shh, shh, Alyssa is on, and a little bit later it's like, oh yeah, it was not the best first impression. All right, so what are y'all doing? Meeting back at the looks to be. Well, in some respects, it looks like the date might actually be the mission because it might be like you're trying to. It may or may not work at that point to get stuff going there, but No, let me knock something over. Well, the thing is your crew also has grown because when you get to, and this is one of those things where we haven't gone through and detailed like a tier 1 gang is, well, no, there's even beyond the cohorts are like the specific people that you can send out to do stuff, but anytime you have a uh, every tier of a gang is considered to be kind of a certain size, with tier 0 being just a handful of people. um, I don't think tier 1 is all that many more. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so you kind of managed to bring in a few other people. Yeah. Well, I mean, his remember the big thing is you told him that you wanted to come to talk about like them possibly, if you remember, if I do you remember what you had said exactly? Yeah, yeah. So remember, Galen said bring a friend, but that's because. But I mean, the thing is there's a pretty good chance that Scrivener is going to show up for business. It's refreshing. It's all right. So do we want to cut into uh, the meeting? It doesn't feel like a deception either. This feels social. If it sounds like you're basically saying, "Here's exactly what we want." Yeah. Um, yeah. Base fortune roll. Major advantages. I think friends and contacts provided aid or insight, so that we got that. Let's check with what the district modifiers for the docks. Um, Operations versus ships at port or hostile turf. Yeah, you're not going up against the ships at port. Um, so that's 2 dice. It's not overly complex. Um, Not even particularly strong against this approach. Not interfering in their enemy's rivals aren't interfering. Yeah, I think you can just go with the 2. Someone wants to make an engagement roll. Damn, son. Okay. Um. So yeah. Now I'm gonna go to full like over because like we got the kind of really the one obstacle right now because you brought them down. You're talking about it. However, I did pop that ahead 3. The strike breaker, so you are not quite halfway to convincing him. But what it'll kind of mean is like if that had been like a failure, he'd have come in fairly hostile to the idea. You are in a controlled area because he's actually relatively open, and I think we're what was the bar we were meeting at? Yeah, there was I yeah we didn't name it. There's a bar there. I don't think I named it. Um, so yeah, you I'm assuming you all of you head up there first. Okay. Um, so in the after a little bit, you have a couple men come in first. You kind of know that look a little bit sort of armed for bear. They sort of come in and take up positions uh, near the door, just so they can kind of take a look. And then in comes Galen and Scrivener. Scrivener, a little bit of an older guy, kind of got a severe look, and Galen kind of walks him over. All right, this is my friend I told you about, and this is. So how are the 3 of you? Kind of like my Monday suit, except it's hasn't been worn in a day. And all around that same table. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Come sit down. And Galen is like, "This is Bidara, and I don't think I know her friends." And Scrivener just kind of like looks back at the 2 guys, kind of gives a nod, and they just sort of head up to the bar, kind of get a drink. You know, they're keeping an eye, but they don't seem like on high alert. Some purple stuff. Hey, some Sunny D. Um, Purple stuff's the best stuff. Goes, so I'm told you're interested in what we do as strike breakers. Well, we got a job to do. We're supposed to keep costs down for our employers. Well, it sort of depends. I mean, one, who are your people? Two, why would we do that? Well, see. He just takes a moment. He looks over at Galen and goes, Galen, join him at the bar. Yeah, Galen kind of, and just sort of smiles at Dara and then walks up to the bar. kind of still keeping an eye. He goes, well, the problem is, I don't know what I'm getting involved in, do I? Now, granted, we're not keeping the entire docks down on lockdown. There's only so much we can do, but we got people in the know. So my curiosity is you just asking for a price without telling me what exactly I'm looking at. Are you looking for something specific, or are you looking for long term? Oh, you're the middleman. Kind of thinks about it for a second. So it'll probably be a kind of multi-step process here. If someone wants to do this, kind of seems like I guess you can kind of choose like sway or consort, probably. It makes it controlled. It also dropped that first one forward quite a bit, and this could technically be. I mean, Doggy has been sort of helping. This could be kind of a teamwork thing if you wanted to throw in a few more in there. But Mike, but in that case though, it doesn't make sense for you to be the one making the roll because okay for assist, yeah. Oh, so a 5 on that. Um, that is what, 2? He goes, getting some stuff through there on occasion um, isn't necessarily a problem, but we got to talk price. How often are you looking at people to be running stuff? Yeah, that would be something that would be hard to get. Yeah, she's looking at like roughly. It usually works out to about every other week, but the problem with waiting for things to come in by ship is ship always takes kind of a question mark amount of time. as well. Yeah, they're gone. He goes, well, I think one of the problems I have is it helps if I know who I'm actually working with. I mean, you coming and talking to me is all well and good, but I gotta know, I gotta put a face to this. He seems, and this is, I mean, this is part of that critical. I mean, he seems like he's actually open to it. It's just he doesn't want to just jump into bed with anybody. He kind of needs to know because, like, there's a pretty good chance this is happening to a degree anyway. Uh, Make a roll. Let's see how he responds to that. And if the other two want, to help out some on that one. Which one would make more sense there? Those things. Yeah, probably that makes more sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and how do you help out Dave when he? Okay. Yeah, he sort of sits back for a moment and goes, "I know of her. One of the fences. Tell you what, Galen, you're the middleman for her. Galen will be the middleman for me. Take him to her, have him check it out, make sure that she's okay with this arrangement, and we can work directly through her to make sure that we know who to not bother." All right. Kind of stands up and kind of nods. One of the guys goes out with him, leaves with him, and the other one sort of comes over to the other kind of guard, sort of comes over to stand with Galen. So Galen's like, "So, are these your brothers?" Oh, it's good to know. So shall we go meet this fence? Okay. So on the way there, and part of like, so you've got like one, just one more tick in the clock. You're sort of walking back, and he's just like, "So why are you working the in between for this fence?" What are you, local crew or something? Crow's Foot. Yeah, she's like, well, I mean, Galena is over in Crow's Foot, so right, or what? Rather, was she the docks or yeah, she's in Crow's Foot? Yeah, she's across the street from the docks, and pretty close to your lair too. Um, okay. Banana bread. Um, hello. Oh. Ah. Ah. Sigh. Pretty name. So you kind of want, basically, if you want to try to put him at ease as you're walking back with him. Okay. There's also a decent chance he wouldn't know because it did mention that one of the things that uh, the people up above them did, pull up the right thing. There we go. Nope. Yeah, the goes, oh, Galen Cobblecarver. And you tell by his eyes, he has no idea who you are. He's from across the city, and you're still small time. Yep. Oh yeah. So yeah, if you like how you because basically if you can get him to trust you, that will help that last tick. Let's amend. We're not all that person. Yeah, I mean the thing is, it's came in a friendly thing. His boss seems okay with it. So like, yeah, you're in a place where it's not actually all that. All right, so a total of a 6. Um, yeah, as you kind of head through, he seems really sort of game and just sort of asking about. Right, so this Galena brings in a lot of money. Good stuff, though. Will we be working with the three of you more? Smiles. That sounds good to me. And you kind of take her there, and as you pop in, she honestly seems surprised to see you this quickly. Hi. Huh. Yeah, he kind of takes. Hmm? Um. Yeah, in that case, make sure that that's what's happening. That's weird. Yeah, so in that case, she ends up sort of talking with him, and it actually doesn't take all that long for them to kind of come through and make their arrangement. Yeah, you got there fairly quickly.
Well, what about imminent bodily harm? And I was like, oh yeah. Oh, no,
We
grievous.
know.
It was actually grievous. What about grievous bodily harm? And I was like, oh, these guys know us.
Right, grievous bodily injury. Is that off the table? Wow.
All right, so they hammer out their deal. That's good news.
Huzzah!
What was the top clock again?
Oh, that was for if it kind of went up to the people above them.
That was wow.
Who knew that
I'm-
diplomacy
I'm
and
waiting for
cooler
sheep
heads would
ball
prevail?
here.
Yeah, the fact that like none of us that like between the three of us we have what like
I have
like
no consort, no sway.
consort sway. That
I
this
have
is our
one.
easiest mission so far.
Occasionally,
Shut
things
up.
go fairly well.
Yeah, just shut up, Paul. Just shut up.
This was easier than the cult, even I think.
Shut up, Paul.
You two, grab a travel buddy.
All of a sudden, there's another clock. Second call of crow's foot. Thanks, Paul.
The culling call.
There's a mental shriek from the basement of the fence, and the earthquake happens.
Nope. Nope.
Sorry, I lost some sound for a bit. Let me do something.
All right, so we got a fence, right? We can put that on our crew sheet.
Yep.
You want to check that box there, Dave?
I got it.
Ta-da!
Okay.
Oh,
Plus 2 coin for lower class targets.
Did any part of their deal work involve us?
Any part of their what?
Like because he asked, like, are we going to be working with you more because of this? So did any part of their deal involve us being like middlemen or getting a cut or anything?
You don't know the full deal, but she ends up sort of talking with them. And at one point, she sort of waves you away. She's like, "Yeah, we're talking business now.
yeah.
Come back a little later. We'll discuss our
I'm gonna go
terms."
get some ice cream. You guys want anything?
Here's what I'm thinking, Paul, is that in addition to being the fence, and we'll get the benefit of being the fence, she may have jobs that she wants us to do.
Oh yeah. But
And those may involve these other dock workers or the strike breakers or whoever, or not.
Okay. So what are we working on next then? Are we going to go with turf? Or are we going to go?
Well, let's
Well, we're gonna go for
shift into downtime.
Oh yeah, downtime.
Let's see, because I wasn't sure if downtime was like a per session thing or a per score thing.
It's a per score.
Yeah, after each score.
But experience is per session.
No, it's
No,
per
that's also-
score.
I thought the experience was per score or per session.
I thought it's all in the downtime.
Let me double check. Because there's. Well, fuck it. Let's go to advancement. I don't know what's up with Blades in the Dark, but it does not like to 48 to go through there very well. With a Control F is always a problem. At the end of each session, you review the XP triggers.
Okay.
Yes. The thing is for the most part, we've always ended the thing with the score being done there.
That's right. But we need to start with the payoff. The payoff is we got our street fence,
Mm-hmm.
and then heat. We
Zero.
didn't get any heat.
Yeah, there's like absolutely no heat for here. Rep, however, does make sense for that to go up because people are going to know that you brokered the deal.
So I'll pop one up on our rep.
Hopefully, just the people.
Yeah, I mean, two.
Is it one or two?
Two.
Beauty.
You are not tithing, so you're good there. We'll say you get a bonus of 4 coin total.
Oh,
And you
beautiful.
shift your way.
I'll one each, and then I'll put one in the crew.
Sweet.
Absolutely no heat. I mean, there was practically no exposure on this one.
So can we drop any heat or?
Well, that would be a downtime activity, but we got to go entanglements first. So,
Okay.
well, sorry, he's got to do entanglements. Whether he presents them to us now or not is a different matter. And then downtime activities.
Let me check something. What happened to? Oh no. Where did I put that die? That was not a cheap one. Oh, I did put it back in. I will roll this big, beautiful. I got these metal dice.
Ooh.
These were like super pretty dice that I was a little drunk and it actually wasn't that expensive, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll buy some," because I don't normally pick them up, but I don't know how well they show up.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, and the thing is considering the games I tend to run, these aren't actual dice types I tend to need. Like I rarely need to roll 20, but an excuse to use it. Okay. Yeah, so nothing right this second. Something will pop up here soon, though.
All right. Hope it's a good complication. Like we win the lottery or something. All right. Well, then downtime, I guess, huh? Like activities.
Who wants to go first?
I can. I don't care.
Go for it.
To indulge my vice. Yep. One down. So now I have 2 stress. Let me find my stress. Oh, I got to move my chart out of the way. Multi-sided, and then you do choose side.
What?
Like to change it on the chart, on the map. I right click on my stress.
Oh yeah, and then.
Oh yeah. Choose side.
That'll bring up the slide.
And then, oh, somebody already changed it for me to 2, right?
No, these are not the same as the ones that are on the other one.
Oh yeah, I'm just the other sheet.
It's 2.
Well, actually, here, let me just do this then.
Someone just like reduced
Here.
mine. Oh.
I'll get rid of the ones that are here right now.
Okay.
Because I just copied them and brought them over. So let me just throw those back over there.
Okay, mine's accurate. And then for my second, what do I need to do to reduce heat?
Now, he tell you might go out there and do some stuff, and what you actually do is, when you reduce heat,
Talk
You-
about
roll an action to reduce heat segments. You gotta tell us what you're doing to sort of try to bring the heat down on you. Like, what is your current heat level?
try to remember the last shitty thing
Four.
we did, and then just go around talking about how the Foghounds really did it.
Yeah.
Well,
Our heat's at 4. One way there are ways you could consort, you could command, if you wanted to intimidate people, you'd be commanding them. You could consort with them.
I haven't watched the Tiger King show, but like that guy, from what I understand, is like a pretty shitty individual.
yeah.
And every like other minute, he seems to be mentioning that fucking Carol Baskins to like
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
keep
True. Well, yeah, I'm going to go in the area where that occurred and see if people are, still talking about it. And I'm going to do some community service over in that area and,
soup kitchen.
help some little old ladies and, help rebuild a fence that maybe got knocked down in the skirmish and, tidy up, do some things like that. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, go ahead and
Risky or controlled?
risky.
Risky, okay. And standard effect?
Yep.
A 5.
Okay. God damn it. I really fucking hate. I don't know why it's just this particular one, but if you have like 2 words in there, like reduced heat, it will not look shit up. Let's go downtime.
Downtime activities.
Yeah, put up the specifics on reduced heat.
153.
Yeah, if you want, you got 5. Yeah, you go through, you help out people, take it down by 2.
Nice.
You got that,
Sweet.
Dave?
Yep, I did it.
Cool.
And we're still wanted though, right?
Yeah, only way to
yeah.
get rid of a wanted level is to actually send someone to jail, or do a job to frame somebody else.
And send them to jail.
I'm listening. I have to fill out a form for school while I'm done. That was my my downtime activities.
For Sire Hawthorne,
I will indulge my voice. So I'm going up to OJAC and probably taking some weird shit because it's that's what we do.
Just the right thing for you. And this is a new sort of fungus that they found in one of the kind of broken off sewer lines that had been set up as like there's these sort of underground mushroom farms, some of which are illegal.
Ooh.
And there's one of those there that's something you found. It's like, I think this is one you like. And it's just like, whoa, man.
3. Well, I didn't pop the whole thing in my mouth, or if I did, it wasn't particularly bad, but but that's cool. So that takes me down to 2 stress. Come on, there we go. All right, and then I'm going to train prowess.
Okay. We'll take elocution lessons and start learning how to swing.
Actually, instead of training prowess, I'm going to train resolve. I think it would be a good idea for me to be able to consort or sway. I think that might have some help, some
Turns
benefit.
out,
at some
those are
point.
occasionally
Handy.
Yeah, I think one of our next crew upgrades should be the extra experience and resolve.
So he's like, Sai, I need a favor. Teach me how to talk to women, or men. I'm good, whichever. But if let's just say you happen, I don't know, to like someone and you don't want to look like a total horse's arse or a goat's arse in front of them, how do you talk to them? And he literally just sits down with Sai, trying to get her to teach him how to talk to people without being an asshole.
First, we're gonna go buy you some lower cut shirts.
Well, they do seem to work for you. And that's it for Hawthorne.
And then for Sai?
I'm going to indulge as well. That's not as bad as it could have been.
Well, you're up there high enough. You have to get a 6. That's just something to keep in mind. You're going to want to try to get stress, like get at least probably 5 to 6 stress on you
Yeah.
during any job, because then you have less of a chance of that becoming a problem.
Well, it was at 5, so I figured that was worth the risk. So I head up to the orphanage and do some, pro bono health work. And part of that is because I also want to start a long-term project of setting up a clinic in our area.
Okay.
So one of those steps is actually finding maybe an orphan that's kind of promising, that's about maybe at the age where she's about to get kicked out, and want to get her into the academy, start studying medicine and like apprenticing under me. So part of the project is going to be like securing the space, securing the supplies, and training someone to actually like run it day to day.
Okay. If you want to go ahead and make your roll for that.
I think since maybe the first step is going to be just kind of like planning out what I'm going to need, that might be like a tinker roll, since that's where like my healthcare comes from.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm going to spend a coin. Which I just got, so I guess I'll not add that. To train up in prowess, since I'm right there on the cusp of that. And that should give me, I don't know, what do we think? Finesse or prowl, guys? Prowl. I'm going to go prowl.
Probably.
We have some fire dodging we have to do on occasion. And then also, without, I had said earlier when I took my my trauma that I was like going vicious for a while till I worked through that. And I think since we've been kind of peaceful for a while, and I'm not watching Primo just tear people up, that I'm shifting that over to reckless.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Soon it'll be vicious again. So
we should, as a side thing, maybe not a full-on official downtime, but just actually socially introduce Conway to his newest brother.
Oh, yeah, you want to do that?
I just think it would like maybe has the potential of hurting his feelings less if he finds out about it like a week from now.
Yeah, Conway.
You are family, so we want to make sure you know about this news.
It's good. It's happy news.
So far.
I have another brother. I'm so happy.
At least.
Yeah. That is starting to have franchises all over the islands.
So so you're introducing me to Conway? When you introduce me to him, I throw my arms around him. I give him a big smile and a hug.
How do you make this meeting happen?
Yeah.
I think just I'll stop by the precinct, and if he's there, just say, hey, got something I'd like to talk to you about tonight if you want to stop by the bucket. If he's not, for him.
This is not trouble, is it?
No, it's actually potentially good news.
You know that you do realize Primo told me to take him in.
And even if he hadn't, you're doing your job. I mean, if we end up putting you in a position where you got to choose, I'm not going to hold that against you for doing your job. You didn't.
Oh, that's right. Primo never told anybody.
You didn't ask to pick this life. So, but I do appreciate that he set that up with you. So.
Okay. And I'm assuming everyone else is there.
Yeah. Well, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as you are kind of sitting there having some drinks, in comes Primo. Not Primo. In comes Halfway. And kind of down in the bar and then like heads over to you.
So Hawthorne is up at the bar picking up the next round as they're wont to make him do. And as he comes back, he times his arrival just about the time that Conway walks out. Is Conway in uniform?
No. Mm-hmm.
All right. So he sets down the tray. He goes, "Here you go, dear sister and brother. Should I fetch another glass for our guest?"
He just kind of gives a look like, the fuck?
Yeah, we thought that you might know that there's another rapscallion on the beat that you might want to keep your eye on. This is your brother Hawthorne.
I have another brother.
Yeah, Dad liked to stick his dicks in all sorts of ports.
I'm so happy, and I like throw my arms around him. I'm kissing both sides of his face. He goes, "Let me buy you a drink, my brother. What's your name? I'm Hawthorne. Tell me all about yourself."
I'm Conway, and I will take the drink. Do you rush off to get the drink?
Oh yeah.
He sits down with the two of you and goes, "Okay, how are you sure that?"
Did you look at him? Did you look at him?
Yeah, the shark eyes kind of isn't anything we have in the family.
Yeah, but you replace those shark eyes with murder eyes, and it's a fucking miniature primo.
One, I don't know if that's what I want in the family. Two, how do you know that's actually Dad's kid? We still haven't named Dad, have we? I do kind of like the idea that it's just Dad.
I think we've named him a few times. That's always been something
I
different.
was actually looking through Conway and noticed that we named his lover twice. Like, he dates Roland, who is missing a hand. Lover's name is Anders.
Roland Anders.
Roland Anders. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Anders Roland, whatever.
I have a friend named Seth Anders. Yeah, he's just. Yeah, but before he comes back, he kind of like looks back over his shoulder while I was waiting in the bar. It's like, so wait a minute. You've already brought him into the ministry, haven't you?
Probationarily.
Just shows up in town and doesn't even have a chance.
I come back with the other glass. It's already full, although I did bring the pitcher for everybody else. I set it down. Are you telling them about our last score? It was amazing. Everything went off perfectly. It was so beautiful.
You do know I'm a blue coat, don't you?
All we did was broker a meeting. There was nothing illegal involved.
Bullshit.
Very little illegal involved. And
look at the two of you as like bullshit.
I'll shut up now.
He's telling the truth.
The ministry does not broker meetings.
He is telling the truth.
No, actually, we did.
We've decided to turn over a new leaf and smoke it.
He stands up.
Oh!
He stands up a moment, like just points at Hawthorne and goes, "Come with me for a second."
All right.
Pulls you aside. He goes, "Brokered a meeting?
Yeah.
Give me details."
Well, there's a fence who I will leave unnamed to protect somebody.
Probably Galena.
Who will remain unnamed.
She's the nearest fence. She's
who needed some help getting things past the strikebreakers, and all we did was
then walks back to the table and goes, "Okay, details. You brokered a deal. The ministry sat down and brokered a deal.
We did.
Give me the details. Let me see if this is true or not."
Is this like brother concerned with us not killing people details, or like blue coat wanting to check into it details?
If I had reasons to bring you in as a blue coat, I have a ton.
I'd imagine.
Like he actually makes sure he's double checking your story with that. That's why he told you like wait over here, and then went back. He goes, "So what are the details?"
Galena needed to get some stuff past a strike that was in conflict, and we figured out who was leading the breakers and got them in touch with each other so they could work out a payment plan to get some occasional couriers by.
Kind of like looks back, goes, "Hawthorne,
Proud.
Hey?
I'm shocked, is what I am."
Well, that's not surprising, but
No, it's very surprising.
Look, I apologize if I'm a positive influence on our siblings. If that disturbs you.
A little bit. I mean, some disturbing is good, but yeah, normally there's a lot more bloodshed in what the
Well, I don't
Midst
like that.
But we thought you disapproved of the bloodshed. We were trying to make your job easier.
I did. I'm just
and
shocked. Like when the
it
daughter
doesn't.
stopped shitting on the carpet, you do kind of doubt it the first time and think you just missed it.
Well,
Well,
and you got to remember, Primo is locked up, so
And it turns out that doesn't work as well as it feels like in the moment. Turns out sometimes there's consequences.
Primo is locked up. I'm so sorry, guys.
well, no, that's why it's going off without a violent outburst. And I think Primo brings out the worst in me. So
Yeah,
not
me too.
with influence.
But it's fun. It's fun. Like I look forward to like switching between Hawthorne and Primo.
No question at all that it's hilarious and fun, but we're getting stuff done.
And I like the fact that like Hawthorne has a day job, so when Primo, when you play Primo, there's a reason for Hawthorne not to be there, and when you decide to play Hawthorne, there's reasons for Primo to be in jail. So I mean, it like works both ways.
It'll be good.
And then keep in mind is if your characters go to jail, which is something they usually do, when you start like it kind of becomes like the opening of Mask. It's like, who do we need for this job? Primo.
Works for me.
We thought you'd be a little happy or proud that we were trying to find ways to make our money without ending lives or livelihoods. I mean, not to say that some fuckers may not deserve that in the future, but I don't want you to think that all of us like look forward to that kind of stuff. But this was about introducing you to the brother
Yeah, totally
and having a
family.
nice family night of getting to know each other.
Yeah, nothing to worry about.
It wasn't about leaning on you for favors or putting you in a weird situation where you got to pick between family and job. This was just about get together as siblings, have a drink, get to know each other.
Not to give you an alibi if something happens, like, hey, we found 87 bodies stacked up. It's like, nope, they were brokering a deal.
Hey, when we put you in a shitty position, we always try to let you know about it. And
Ahead of time.
Occasionally, even before.
Tonight is about having a drink. If we need you to lie, we want you to know about it, so that you don't feel like we're using you in an inappropriate way.
I think you got it all wrong, brother. We don't want to stack bodies at all. We try to avoid it. But yeah, you're right, sis. Tonight is just about relaxing. Want another drink, Conway?
What's Roland's or what's Conway's relationship with Mom? Because we kind of saw her as like kind of the mean-spirited bitch that was mean to us because we weren't her kids.
Yeah, that was his mom. He got along great with her.
Okay.
But yeah, you weren't her kids. He was.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean she wasn't a mean alcoholic drunk to him, but
Yeah, he was the baby who did stuff right and who was joining the blue coats, going to make something of himself.
Unlike the rest of us.
Sure.
It's all right. I'm okay. I'm in my cups.
well,
Sorry.
when she finds out that this whole like ministry thing was really just a thing to set up a huge criminal empire for him to break down so that he can become the leader of the Blue Coats in 5 years, then she'll love us.
Oh, what good brothers!
Oh, we'd do that for you. Oh, absolutely. I mean, of course we wouldn't.
Would we?
Have another
Would
drink,
we?
Hawthorne. Have another drink, Hawthorne.
Forgive me, it's the mushroom talking.
True. So are we let's say that this is end amicably? Where's now
Yeah. Probably
okay.
to their chat before y'all kind of head out.
All right.
All right. halfway I stick out a little bit earlier because as someone with a regular kind of 9 to 5, he does want to sleep.
Sure.
Where your schedules are a lot more open.
Well, we do have to meet with Galena tomorrow. I mean, I want to get, back on track as soon as possible. And she said come back later, and tomorrow's later. So, right.
God, I hope
Right.
she did today. Because we're drunk.
You're kind of feeling in your cups
Yeah.
pretty well as you're on your way out. Have someone make.
I knew it.
Perception roll?
I can't remember, is perception a thing in this one?
Well, study might be the closest.
Survey.
More time.
If one of us is still sober enough to look
Yeah,
around.
someone wants to make a survey roll.
I have 1 in survey. Anybody got better than that?
I got 0.
I can assist you because I like to look over my shoulder now and again.
Assist for this isn't necessarily going to work on this. So, Dave, you want to make?
Risky.
Yeah.
And standard.
Mm-hmm.
What's should I ask about the devil's bargain?
Just do it. If we fail, it'll be
I'm just
fun.
rolling it. That's a 3. God dang it.
Okay. So while you are leaving the bar, at one point there are. Look at this.
Maybe we do get to kill someone.
You can kind of see by the colors that they've got. It's kind of an upstart, small crew that's sort of in this area that have been trying to do some more, called the Firebacks. And there's not a few of them, and it looks like they may be taking advantage of the fact that Primo is not around.
What's their? Are they like thugs, smugglers?
Yeah, basically thugs. They're ones who might be trying to muscle in a little bit of the territory. Not someone you'd worried about too much before, but as you kind of walk through the streets, not a lot of people around. I mean, you got the dark, you got the rain, kind of like always, and then. Sophia,
where is Iron Hook?
Yeah, the prison.
That's
Okay.
the prison.
That's not.
So is this done like a? There's Sophia and Douglas.
Here's
Things are rather
Sophia and
pleasant here
Douglas.
in Ironhook.
Things are rather present here in Ironhook. I'm finding myself quite centered here. The other inmates have leaving me to my own devices, apparently. I came in with a bit of a reputation. I feel I may be getting a bit of a grip on my anger. I've killed no one in my time here, nor have I even uttered a cross word to anyone. I'm thinking of taking up sketching or perhaps sonetry. In any case, I cannot wait to be reunited, as it is rather lonely here, and the food is even worse than at the Leaky Bucket. Never thought I'd miss Marden's eel pies, eh? I must go, as it is time for my evening meditations. All my affection, Phineas. P.S. Conway told me you're hanging with some twat what says he's our brother. I hope you're keeping your heads about you.
Nice. I will eventually reply, I'm sure. I will write a reply. Go give you something to read while you're in the clink.
I didn't know you became a cock while you're in there.
I hope you're not taking it too hard.
My brother's using his time in prison to learn to write.
Wait. Primo could write?
Shocking.
I'm an onion. I've got layers.
Also shocked Primo knows what an onion is.
What are these little characters after Martin's eel pies? And I've got these 2 weird little.
It happens sometimes when I paste things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it turned out fine for me. So yeah, sort of they rush in, and it's one where they kind of barely miss you, Doggy. Sort of rush in, but now sort of look around. You all have been beset.
These are the fire bats?
Yep.
How many of them are there?
3.
Oh, yeah, fuck that.
Well, Are they like attacking us or?
Yes, yeah, they're
Okay.
sort of rushing in. You kind of at the last second, you see one like rushing towards you.
Oh, okay.
That's the
So
one.
I can.
That's the one I brain.
What do you
So
do?
it's skirmish, right?
Hairpin to the throat. Well, hairpin to the leg.
Just couldn't let it be a nice.
Ah! Kind of the ground, just like holding as the hairpin went fairly deep in, and you got pop it out, and the one is on the ground screaming with his impaled leg.
Okay. Is one attacking Hawthorne too?
Oh yeah,
Okay. You want to go next?
one for all
No,
three of you.
I want to go last.
Okay. All right.
Hawthorne is currently muttering to himself, "I'm not supposed to fight. I'm not supposed to fight. I'm not supposed to fight."
Okay.
And he's just like over and over, just, "I'm not supposed to fight. I can't let it out. I'm not supposed to fight."
All right. I am.
Counting to himself. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's risky, right?
Mhm.
And then standard. And I'm going to use my. I have a blade or two that I'm marking that I'm going to use to just try to like sidestep the guy. You said he barely missed me, right?
Yeah,
So
it's
if
kind
he
of like
comes by, I'm just going to cut him in the sides.
okay. Make your roll. Okay. Yeah, you managed to kind of score it a bit, like not quite as deep as you were hoping when you hit, but he is bleeding.
He knows I hit him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Mikey.
He's just uttering to himself over and over. Oh, one of them is actively attacking me.
Mhm.
All right, he lets it out. I'm taking 2 stress, which allows me to push myself, but also allows me to shoot a lightning bolt, to call lightning on him.
Oh.
So yeah.
Don't think I've seen this before.
No, you haven't. Hold on, let me open up to the page.
If he starts
So it says you unleash a stroke of lightning as a weapon. You push yourself. You still get one of the normal benefits of pushing yourself, plus 1d, plus 1 effect, etc. if you're making a roll in addition to the special ability. When you unleash the lightning as a weapon, the GM will describe its effect level and significant collateral damage. If you unleash it in combat against an enemy that's threatening you, you'll make an action roll in the fight, usually with a tune. When you summon without a storm, the GM will describe its effects level. If you're using the power as a cover or distraction, it's probably a setup teamwork maneuver using a tune. So this will be with a tune.
What page was that? Oh, you just put it away.
I did, but I've got it marked.
Yeah.
So it's
He's done a
page
little
87.
research.
Cool.
So I'm using a tune to attack one of them. I'm striking one of them with lightning.
Okay.
We're in risky right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I can either, I can't affect risky, but I can affect either add a die or change the effect. I'm going to just add a die and leave the standard effect.
Yeah, we only need one more tick.
So that'll give me 3 dice and not 3 bonus dice, 3 dice, because I'm attuning. And let's do this. 6. So he screams, "I'm not supposed to let it out!" And then he opens up his whole body. All the hairs on his body raise up. He kind of lifts a little bit off the ground, and then lightning strikes this guy.
Okay.
And then he sits back down on the ground.
One of the problems with lightning is lightning does not tend to just easily go to a single place. Lightning kind of likes to strike a bunch of places. As it happens with the significant collateral effect, a number of like stray lightning bolts hit a few of the buildings. You've now got like minor fires starting on the roof as the person it hits. The other problem is, considering that it's raining pretty much all the time. That one hits the ground with an unpleasant smell.
So these are coming from the sky, not from Hawthorne.
Yes, I called lightning from the sky.
The sky, okay.
Excuse me while I come out from the sky. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. So now you have now you've got some roof fires.
We can't be held responsible for fires that were caused by a lightning bolt. That's an act of nature.
Well,
I mean,
all feel responsible.
lightning happens.
I'm going to step away, but I'm still in hearing range, so keep talking.
Okay. So yeah, if you want to do something about it, lightning has fires have started. They're fairly small.
I think once we've stopped the last two, because I'm assuming the guy who got struck by lightning is out of the picture.
Oh yeah, the rest of them are two as well. That took out the fire bats.
Oh, they're gone.
Well, no, you got one stabbed through. The other one's been cut enough that they realize that they've lost. And then also, once the lightning strikes, they're just like, "Fuck!" The one that you stabbed, nobody stops them. Just starts to run. The one that got impaled in the leg is going to try to limp away.
Did you want to talk? Oh, okay, bye.
So I'm going to take 2 stress to create another effect, but this time I'm going to make it heavy rain to try and put out these fires.
Okay.
Yep,
I'm just
torrential rain.
Looking at Hawthorne going, what just happened?
All right, so there's another 2 stress. That's a tune. I still get the effect, right? It's still risky.
Yep.
Standard effect, and I get to take the bonus die. So there we go. Critical success.
All right. In this case, we'll say, because the fires have just sort of started, we'll say you put the fire as it comes through. That critical is going to put them all out entirely.
And probably give us cover so we can get this body off the street and hidden. Yeah. Maybe into a sewer. Maybe just shove it down a sewer.
We'll say he's not entirely dead at this point.
Okay.
He's real badly hurt.
Sai want to help maybe stop him from getting any worse? I don't know.
Or stop him from getting any better.
Well, that's
that actually came out of Hawthorne. Or stop him from getting any better. I'm sorry, I feel really good right now.
I was gonna say, like, once it dies down, to just say to, like, all 3 of them, well, the 2 that can stand or listen.
Well, they ran off.
You want to live?
Well, one ran off. The other one, the one kind of tried to limp away. But then as like then the rain happens, he's just like just looking up there, like you summoned in lightning and the rain.
Oh, this feels so good, Douglas. Oh, I can't tell you.
I turn to so I'll tell Doggy. I'll gesture to the fried one and say, "Get him." To the one that's limping away, say, "If you want to live, get inside right now." And I gesture to the bucket.
Okay. Yeah. Hawthorne, help me carry this guy.
Oh, he's all nasty and crispy. Are you sure?
Thanks to you.
I didn't do it. That was lightning.
Yeah, come on, help me.
All right, I'll help you. Doggy, this is great, isn't it? Does that feel great? Oh, I'm gonna feel like bad. I shall feel like shite tomorrow. Oh,
wonderful.
You don't know half of it.
No, I don't.
Maybe if you held my hand while it happened, you'd feel it too. It'd be amazing.
Did that fuck a psychotic leprechaun or something?
I don't think I'm gonna try that at all. No, never gonna happen.
Yeah. So once we get him inside,
I'm not supposed to let it out. Quellen says I should let it out. Quellen says it's perfectly natural. And Quellen, I think she's right, but only after I've let it out. When I've not let it out, it's kind of scary. It's kind of like holding, I guess what would be like holding Primo inside you the entire time of your life, but then you let it out and oh my God, it feels so good not to have it in me. Oh.
I'll try to stabilize, patch up and keep the going guy from bleeding out and stabilize the crispy one. Because now we're going to interrogate this fuck.
Hawthorne, you can't do that anymore. I mean, you can't. At least you can't let people know that was you.
What was me?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about, Doggy.
Exactly. Right.
Oh, God,
Have you gone back into the bucket or something, or are you else? Are you like?
Yeah, we're gonna go into the bucket and then like head to the back room.
Yeah, you have a bunch. So are you're dragging the, or you got the guy who's limping. What about the unconscious guy?
We brought the unconscious guy, the burnt guy, with us in there. That Mikey and I Hawthorne and I carried.
Yeah,
in the back.
Morton's like, the hell's going on here?
This
You'll
guy-
never believe it. This asshole got struck by lightning right in front of us.
Yeah, it was crazy. Can we help? Help! Give us something to stop his wounds. Go, stop it!
Yeah, they a couple people come in and kind of grab him. It's like, he's okay. God, smell.
Yeah,
He goes,
it's
he
awful.
seems to still be alive, and that your friend is bleeding pretty bad.
Yeah, we'll help you clean that up.
I think we're going to the back room
Yeah,
or upstairs. There's an upstairs room, I think.
get some rags and some water.
Yeah, Martin just kind of gives you a look. He's like, keep it quiet.
All right,
No death.
trying to stop that. Yeah. And I don't know what I'll do. I don't have medical, so
Yeah, no, I got the medical, baby.
you got to take on this whole thing. We'll just keep watch, make sure that have the forehead or whatever.
Want me to roll tinker, or is this more like a descriptive thing?
Roll tinker. We'll see.
6.
Yep. Yeah, you get him stabilized. Like, he's gonna probably be okay. There might be some weird twitches for a while. Probably a distinct fear of being outside or around Hawthorne.
So while she's patching him up, I just sit down next to him, all friendly, like I'm like, so what was that about? And I'm like, all bright, pure black eyes and nothing but huge smiles. And my hair is still kind of poofed out. And my hat is, who knows where the fuck my hat is right now.
All I'm picturing is Yahoo Serious with black demon eyes.
Kind of, yeah. So what was that all about?
And while I'm packing the wound of the stab with some clotting powder, basically the same thing. Like, what's your name, lad? The fuck was that about?
No.
Do we need to roll
Is this?
away or?
Yeah, I'm assuming this is for the one that you stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He just. I'm Lem. Well, we knew that. Primo was gone. And it wasn't my idea. I mean, Lysander was the one that thought that, that we could maybe take it down. That was stupid.
Which one was Lysander?
Yeah, he's the one that ran.
Oh, the one I chopped.
Yeah, because you thought that take out the crew that took out the Foghounds. He was fucking 10 times the operation you was. And you thought, we could probably take these guys, eh?
It was a mistake. We sure as hell wouldn't do that again. We didn't know you had. Oh God.
Had what? Didn't know we had what?
How about you bring this Lysander to me tomorrow, or I can find you.
Oh,
Sound
we
like
can
a
do
plan?
that. We can do that, right? We can. We can find you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll find him. But I'm gonna be okay, right?
If you bring me Lysander tomorrow.
Yeah.
Would you like something to drink?
I think I'm fine. I'll
You look like you could use a drink.
Yeah, I think I can grab Elin rather, and maybe help him back home and get him in bed.
Elon? Is that the other one?
Yeah.
I'd prefer to talk to him alive if at all possible. But if you can't bring him here willingly, you can break his legs and drag him if you like.
Yeah.
And bring him through the back door. We don't want to be fucking up Martin's business.
Do we want to cut to tomorrow?
Yeah. Let's go tomorrow.
Morton's like, when you come back downstairs after, so he leaves and grabs his friend, and is like basically like weekend at Bernie is him like out, just out the door. Martin kind of just comes in and just takes a look and goes, that seemed restrained.
Yeah, I apologize for that. Something happened outside. we do respect your establishment and your patronage. We do try to keep our business away from your doors, and apologize. Try to smooth it over, like not a coin, but just a bag of something.
Yeah.
So
But he seems like sort of. I mean, you're good customers. You're also some of the muscle in this area, all the stuff he's aware of. So yeah, goes. Yeah, we can keep that room open tomorrow too.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
So, next
Martin, do you have anything, I don't know, that might calm me down very, very, very quickly? Because I'm feeling, how do I express it? I've got way too much energy in me right now.
Bring him something blue.
Something double fucking blue.
Yeah, they bring you something blue. I've never made orange crush for you. Well, if there was fear of the con, I would make that, but there's not.
So tomorrow, we are telling these boys that they work for us from now on, right?
yeah, that was my thought.
I'll be a different guy tomorrow, so I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, fucking he's all in. He is on top of the world. My decision is that the reason he doesn't do this, he feels super euphoric when he uses it. When he uses these powers, he gets super euphoric, and maybe he makes bad decisions. He's not psychotic. He just feels amazing.
It's a high.
He is so high off of it. Like, not in a bad way. I mean, it doesn't distort. He just feels great, just absolutely great. And then he realizes that, it comes at a cost. So tomorrow right now he's all in. You guys are on top of the world. Tomorrow he'll feel a little differently about it, but
it's not bad. He can quit whenever he wants.
All right. So the next day, you meet at the table or in the room?
We'll be down at the table, but move up to the room when we see them.
You see a very, very nervous looking Lysander.
Bandaged, hopefully.
Yeah, things just kind of literally hat in hand, eyes wide, as he makes his way into the leaky bucket.
And he's there alone. The others didn't come with him.
Correct. Yeah, I don't think you're going to pull the other ones in.
I take my knife and put it on the table.
I take a coin and I shove it over in front of Doggy. You win. I didn't think you'd come. Not like an actual, not like a coin, but a small, a bit of change.
Yeah. And I take it.
I didn't think you'd come.
Lem told me you were able to take my soul if I didn't.
We will take everything that you were and everything that you would have been if you hadn't shown.
Who are you people?
Follow us, and we'll go up there.
He's looking over. We will take you. He's like, "Who are you people? This is not the brother and sister I met. Who the fuck are you people?
You haven't been with us when we've been attacked before."
Well,
follow us, and
it goes two ways.
While they're going up, I'll grab another glass and bottles.
We could talk down here if it's private.
We could, but we're going to talk upstairs.
As long as you come along quietly, you'll be fine.
Just lets out a shaky breath, and like he's trembling on the way up, and he's got kind of wide-eyed at Hawthorne in particular.
Do me a favor, man. Don't shite yourself. They'll make me clean it up.
How is it that Mikey's always the intimidating one? That's so much.
They'll make you clean it up?
Oh, I'm the new lad. I'm the wee one on the block.
The little brother. So we get in the room.
Yeah, that just adds to it. He's the weak one of the implication. He's the weak one of the group.
I'm the wee one. I'm the new lad.
I'm little.
When we get up there, I look around. Would you like anything? Oh, you've already got perhaps something to snack upon, dear sister?
Yeah, I brought an extra glass for him and brought up a new bottle, and I assume you guys brought our glasses up.
Of course.
So I pour everyone, including Lysander.
Right.
And he just, and like with shaking hand, just drains it fast. And
Sick.
So tell me, like,
at first,
how did your day go yesterday?
Sorry, that's
first,
me. That's not Hawthorne. Hawthorne's kind of somber.
We misunderstood. We made a mistake.
Yeah,
we
we had
thought
we had a pretty good day yesterday. Got to have a nice little chat with our brother, nice little family night. Get out into the rain, and then somebody tries to fucking stab me. Kind of ruined my buzz, you know.
we did not understand the level of respect which you were due. We thought we saw an opening, and we were very, very wrong.
So the problem you see that we have right now is we've got this reputation, and for us to live up to that reputation, that doesn't bode well for you or your friends. So what is it we can do to make this right? Maybe help us save some face, help you, live.
We could tell people what you did. Let them know that the ministry is definitely not to be fucked with, because I mean,
Oh yeah, aye, because the dangerous one's in prison. I know.
the lightning and then the storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I think it would increase your reputation. We've got the damage to show for it, and we definitely got. Poor Elon is. I mean, they'll say he'll stop twitching eventually, but
Yeah, and I'm thinking yesterday was the best day I've had in a while, and it was kind of ruined by some unpleasantness. So I'm thinking that maybe if your crew does manage to stick around for a while, that maybe I don't know, maybe we could see what 20% of that looks like going forward. And on occasion, we may have to call on you to help us out with something, and that might make us push us towards the direction of being friends in the future instead of enemies.
yeah, and he kind of points towards like an inside pocket on his thing. He's like, "Can I grab the coin we brought?"
Yeah, go ahead.
It's shaking hands.
Don't shite yourself. I don't want to clean it up.
He goes, "We don't. We're still small. We don't have a lot." He ends up giving you. It's equivalent of a coin.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. When we're done with our little meeting here, you're gonna give that to Mr. Morden downstairs. You know Morden, right?
Yeah. Owns the bucket.
Yeah, and you're gonna give him a very sincere, not for my benefit, but because it's actually sincere apology for bringing violence to his doorstep last night. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It was beyond stupid, and disrespectful, and foolish. Oh God, please don't take my soul. Don't take my soul.
Look at me. Look at me, Lysander. Look me in the eye. All right.
He's like, look at those sharp, dark eyes. It's just.
Yeah. Just don't shite yourself. I'm fucking serious.
I won't.
They'll make me clean it up.
I was gonna toast your friend. Is his name Eller?
Elon.
Ah, that guy. I thought it was in bad taste. Toast, burnt, crispy. Yeah. Why don't you go downstairs now and take care of your business?
Okay. And like he's out that, like I said, he's very respectful. He goes, then as soon as that door shut, you can practically hear his footsteps.
I feel bad for him.
At that point, I look at Doggy and go, like, is this what it feels like to actually be powerful?
Maybe. All I know is this guy here with the.
I told you I was good at wrecking things.
You got electricity going for you. That's for sure.
Well.
Yeah, and notice how when he uses electricity, it doesn't fucking burn the building around us.
Well, not all the way.
You can take a break.
Yeah. Can I step away for a minute?
Yeah, here in a little bit, I just got the list of seniors that that are on the bubble
Okay.
that I need to start getting a hold of soon. Do we want to bring the session to a close here soon?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go ahead and close it down? Can we do the end of session stuff, or do you want to do that next time?
We can do end of session stuff.
Just want to say if there was any like notable damage to the buildings that I think the ministry should cover, roof repairs and shit. Whether that's just encouraging some workers to come fix shingles and tiles and whatnot. But if it was put out fast enough that nothing really was damaged, then no worry.
Some smoldering on the side. It hadn't caught too bad yet because it happened within a very, very short amount of time. It's a bit of damage. It'll be like a little bit for someone to go up there, but it's not going to be like a full coin or something.
All right. Yeah, we'll
Well,
organize.
I know laborers, so I'm sure we can convince someone from the docks or laborers in my union that could kind of smooth it over.
Because even when an act of nature fucks up the neighborhood, the ministry still takes care of it.
Yep.
Nature.
It's an act of God. I mean, right.
All right.
Oh, please don't say that.
Not you, Hawthorne.
So, end the session. Do you want to go through the crew first?
Sure.
Yeah.
Did we get any heat or whatever from that or not?
No.
Your rep.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Well, I think if they're going to spread the tail pretty quickly, so if you want to put like magical on there,
Magical.
yeah,
Right.
like mystic or like able to summon storms. I think like that's going to get out there fairly quick.
Protected by nature.
Yeah.
I put mystical.
Beastmaster, see, Cog wants your children.
Then they're gonna steal your souls. I just thought it was a pretty good touch that I said, I'm the wee one. They'll make me clean it up.
Because even when you said that, Michael's eyes widened because he was in character.
Yeah.
Swings on the ground out there.
All right. So we already added the street fence. Where are we at? Do we execute a successful battle, extortion, sabotage, or smash and grab? We did do a successful battle, right?
Yeah.
So there's one. Contend with challenges above our current station. I don't think we did.
No.
Because it was either on the same tier or below. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. There's one.
Yep.
And express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. I think honestly we did when we talked about being family.
Yeah. With
And
Conway
the whole thing.
Yeah, and also I think even if we haven't expressed it, we do kind of have a drive to be less violent, and I think we've done that twice.
Well, to a large degree, getting Conway, the brothers, and bringing all that stuff together is very much about what they are.
And I think about the whole idea that we are actual protectors and not just protection or extortion racket. I think that especially what Cy did plays into that. So would that be one or two?
I can see that being a second one, yeah, two.
That fills our advancement track.
Woo!
So what happens there?
That either lets you add, is it 2 crew upgrades or one of the special abilities?
And do we also get coin or something, don't we? Do we get
That's
when
for
we-
tier advancement, I think.
Oh, that is tier advancement. Okay. So
Or no, we pay for tier advancement. We get coin for regular advancement.
somebody's gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, let me.
I'm thinking for the.
You know, I should have just brought up the. It's all a lot easier to find on the webpage.
Yeah.
So I think one of the upgrades might be like taking training and insider resolve.
You'll get stash equal to your tier +2.
So that'll be 3.
So then what you can do, you can either take a new special ability or 2 crew upgrade boxes.
Yeah, I think if one of the upgrades would be like training, like maybe in resolve, then we could actually start working on our consort and sway.
What was the other thing we wanted? Do we want to take training and insight too?
And what?
We'll do training for insight and resolve.
Okay, I'm
That
fine
way,
with
no
it.
matter what we do, it doubles our thing.
Yeah, as long as Dave's okay with it. See if he has an idea.
What is the personal?
That's what I was wondering, because it says earn 2 XP when training playbook during downtime. So we could just take it in personal and get 2 XP for all of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I mean it's. What?
Sorry.
That's all right. We're talking about what to do because we just advanced on our advanced track for.
Oh,
Yeah.
for the crew.
Yeah.
So we're thinking of taking training and insight and resolve so that we get double XP for the other 2 categories for personal use.
Okay. Well, that sounds good to me.
There we go. Or honestly, we could we could take Iron Hook contacts. It really makes sense. It gives us +1 tier in prison.
Right. Which,
But I like insight and resolve. That way, it doubles our XP for.
And I think since if this trip to prison is actually peaceful and calming, that maybe we can save the other prison stuff for the next visits we do.
Also, Dave, each one of us got a coin.
Oh,
did we each get 3 coin?
No, it says stash. You get stash equal to that.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's
like our stash or the crew stash.
I think it says you gain stash, so I don't think that goes directly to the players.
well, okay. Goes to the crew.
Yeah, let me.
So do we need to put 3 coin in there?
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, so I'm just curious now. What the hell that?
It's just that
It says upon crew advance, each PC gets stash equals tier +2. So we each get 3.
Okay.
We each get 3?
We get 3 coin.
Sweet.
I don't know what that personal means under training.
I don't either. I couldn't find that.
Okay. Well, that's cool that we advanced. That's good. All right. And so now what does it mean with the insight and resolve?
If you train with those, you get 2. I think it's 2 XP instead of 1.
Okay. So in our downtime, we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Crew upgrades. I'm looking for that personal.
Yeah, I was. Because I've gone through personal in the actual book. And I am not finding.
Because man, if that means we get like 4 XP for each, then I think we take that next.
I think that it means that you can choose to take 1 player XP. Because that means that it would count as filling an XP trigger for your character. That's the only thing I can come up with.
Yeah, I'm not that. Yeah, right now, I'll maybe ask on their forum or something and find out. Because I don't know what the hell that means.
But in the meantime, we took insight and resolve, so we have we get double XP from training insight, prowess, and resolve.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. I will go first if that's all right.
Cool.
I'm going to indulge my vice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm heading up to OJAC.
Okay.
I got a 6. That means I overindulged.
Okay.
No, that means I'm at 0 because I had 6.
Oh,
Wait, this was just do we get?
Oh no! I'm sorry. That does not count as a job. That was just a.
Oh.
That was just. Yeah, it does not count as a full job.
Then I don't.
Yeah,
then we don't do that.
You can get XP, but not downtime.
Okay. Well, then we'll do my XP, and I won't have indulged anything.
Okay.
And I'll put my stress back up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go, and it still sticks on the front page. We didn't roll any desperate. I didn't roll any desperate actions. Did I address a challenge with knowledge or arcane power? I did at least once. Express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think I did a pretty good job of trying to be in character that way. Struggle with issues from my vice or traumas during the session. I tried to, it's not a trauma and it's not exactly my vice, but I tried to play up the issues that I have with using the power that I
Yeah, I
have.
think so. I think that counts.
So there's 3 for me, and that puts me at done.
All right. For me, I did not address the challenge with technical skill and mayhem. Express belief, drives, heritage, or background. I could see that being 1 or 2. 1 with the drive of being less violent, and 2 with the heritage of having family time, and so I could see that being 1 or 2. I don't know what your opinion is on that.
Yeah, I'm fine with 2 on that one.
Okay, and then you struggled with your issues from your vice. I think with me kind of working through the vicious and settling on reckless by not actually torturing and killing these people that attacked us. And I can see that there, and with that one, that would fill me up.
Cool.
All right. Didn't have any desperate mark actions. Tracking or violence, definitely stabbing somebody was pretty violent.
Yep.
Express beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think we not only the family thing, but I also brought in my labor contacts and background. And I did not struggle with any issues from my vice or traumas during the session. So what would you say? That's 2 or 3?
What was the other one again? Go back through that.
Tracking or violence, and then the second one, which is not only our family and heritage, but also my background of labor.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Okay. Cool. Ta-da! That was awesome.
It was fun, and I got to use lightning I've been waiting.
That I did not expect.
I've been waiting.
Told you
guys I'm good at wrecking things. I know I'm like a scrawny little 17-year-old whelp, but I'm good at wrecking things.
I believe that now. You got to prove your point. Oh, and we get downtime, right? No, we don't.
No, it's not down. Yeah, that last one was considered a job. It was just an attack.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So Monday we're back on.